Hello and welcome to the Living Confidently with Sight Loss podcast from Talking Envision. I'm Mike.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
And we hope to be the one voice who's coming into your home to give you some great advice or just to keep you company for a while. And today we've got a very special guest. Amanda, would you like to introduce our special guest?
Absolutely. Envision is very fortunate to have recently tied up a partnership with an organisation called Green Doctors. And that's not just very new medical professionals. There is very good reasons why they're called Green Doctors. So today in the studio we have Emma from Green Doctors. And thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So, of course, want to go straight to why Green Doctors. What's that all about, please, Emma?
So we're an organisation, or rather we're a project that supports people that might be struggling with their energy bills. And we focus on green because the idea is helping people to reduce their energy usage.
Ah, right.
We do various things. We can help people by providing energy saving advice. So we can help them pick like 2 or 3 things they can do to save energy around the home. We can fit small measures for energy efficiency and draft proofing, so LED light bulbs, draft excluders around doors and windows, radiator foils. And we can also help people look into grants for things like loft insulation, different wall insulation. Maybe they might be interested in grants for things like air source heat pumps or high heat retention storage heaters. So we can help them with that. We can explain what organisations, what companies there are that do these grants. And we can also help people that might be interested in like grants for insulation. So we can talk them through what's available. So the different organisations there are that they can apply to, like Cosy Homes in Lancashire or Great British Insulation Scheme. Talk them through what different types of insulation there is. There's different types of low carbon heating that's available, like high heat retention storage heaters or heat pumps, which can be air source heat pumps. And we'd actually be willing to help anyone who's interested in those but able to pay as well. They can come to us just for the advice on where to look. And it's also just for anyone who's just interested in reducing energy in whatever way they can.
Fantastic. I think the big question is going to be this advice and all this help, and you mentioned that you can fit foils and you can help with draft excluders. The big question is going to be, but how much is all that going to cost me? So your advice and that initial consultation, how much does it cost?
So that advice itself, it's all free. And the measures are all free for the person. It's at no cost to them. We get funding through various means. So Cadent Foundation, we might get funding through like other things as well.
Fantastic.
But the point is that it is free for the person coming to us.
That's reassuring to know. And obviously as a sight loss charity, one of the things we look at, particularly through the Living Confidently with Sight Loss project, is people do feel very isolated sometimes. And they feel very insecure, and it's very difficult for them to open to the door and let people in. So why do you think there's value in working with organisations like Envision?
I think the main value is reaching people that would not have considered coming to us for help before, because it can take a lot for someone to say, actually, I need help. So someone who's got, say, a large debt on their energy bills, they might be so worried about it and so stressed out, but just think, I've got to deal with this myself. I've got to sort it out, but I've got no idea how. And we can signpost them towards that help. So like Citizens Advice Bureau or places like that, give them the courage to go and seek it out, or we can direct them towards like organisations for various things. So not just for debt, all different kinds of ways they can try and stretch the budget. But it's just working with someone who's already building that rapport with people that might not be aware of us, might just be wary and think, I don't want to go to anything in case it's a scam. Whereas if they can speak to someone that they trust and then be introduced to us, I think that is a massive help.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons we wanted to form this partnership with you as well, because we could see a great value in what you're doing and that help. I think there's that expression, heating or eating. There are far too many people out there struggling, particularly in the winter, to know how to pay bills. And they're choosing between having heating on or eating. And obviously we've done cooking with confidence classes when we've shown people with sight loss how to cook hot meals, but then they may be worrying that by cooking they're actually increasing the bills. So it all ties in with what we do. as an organisation to give people more confidence in their own home, to making decisions, to managing the household budget, to having the heating on and staying healthier, and when that doorbell rings, knowing it's somebody they can trust that comes in through the door, that's endorsed by us, to give them some good advice. And we're hoping to do some events as well, aren't we? Joint events where we can go out and speak to the community together. So that's exciting for the next year.
Yes, absolutely. Also, we're looking forward to that, to being able to help more people. And as you've mentioned, like, people might be worrying that if they're starting cooking again, that they're then using more energy. And what we want to do is help people like make long-term savings. So not just, oh, that's a quick fix. We can help people out with short-term things, but we want to make sure it's things that last, behaviours that they can do that will reduce their energy bills overall, things they can do that can just like support using less energy for long-term, so that it's constant and not having to keep coming back to us or to other organisations for that short-term help. It's long-lasting. That's what we're hoping for.
That's brilliant. I mean, it, again, dovetails brilliantly with what we do as an organisation. It's building confidence, it's building independence, it's building the ability of our clients to control their lives a bit more despite any sight issues they have. And it sounds like you're doing a similar thing. You're giving them control back over the household budget and green issues, being more green, which is all important to us, isn't it? And just managing to know, to feel confident that they've got putting the heating on, or if they're cooking or whatever, that's all good. It's all good for the health and all not going to bankrupt them.
Yeah, it's a massive part of what we do, because we're not trying to force people into doing anything. We're trying to give them the advice so that they can make that decision to go forward. So like we talk about smart meters, it can be right for some people, it might not be right for everyone. We'll give them all that information that they need to make that informed decision.
Great.
Similarly for water meters, we can talk people through the process of getting them installed. We'll even support them with a phone call to United Utilities to start that process. But we won't say you have to have it, we'll just say it could help.
Yeah. And that's excellent because, again, people with sight impairment may struggle to research things on the internet. Other people might be able to just go and get a lot of information off the internet, have a read, and all that sort of thing. But sometimes it's quite difficult when you're sight impaired to gather that information. So to have somebody who's prepared to give you honest and independent advice about such an important topic, that's hugely reassuring, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, because we have to be neutral when it comes to anything like energy companies. If people want to come to us to ask about switching, we talk them through the process. We talk them through like the different payment options. We might go through U-Switch with them to see like what energy companies might be able to get them a good deal. But ultimately, what we're doing is making sure they have that information. We're not saying, right, you need to do it.
Excellent. So where do we go from here? If anybody's listening and thinks, I would love that free advice, remember it's free, that free advice, some new ideas, some new ways to save money, some new ways to be more environmentally friendly, what would be the process from them getting that advice?
So they can contact us on our phone line. It is 0330 740 863. We also have a Blackpool specific line, 01253 226 477. We do have an email address. I cannot remember it offhand. I'll
we could go through our contact details, because if they don't want to contact you direct for any reason, they can always contact us.
Yes, they can contact any of our referral partners as well, such as yourselves.
Yeah, that's a part of the joy of this partnership we've formed, that we're hopefully going to be feeding some clients through to you that we know will benefit greatly from your help and your expertise. So obviously people can contact us on our usual numbers as well, which Mike's going to give you at the end. Anything else you want to add, Emma? Anything you think people should know about Green Doctors and the way we're working together?
I would say for anyone who lives near Paladine Library, we've got the Eco Hub, which I think is worth a drop down to visit, because that's where we've set up this hub which can like show people, they can see in person the different energy saving advice we put in, and there's also things they can see like air source heat pumps and the solar panels, like the machinery around that.
Oh, that's interesting. I think I might pop in there myself to find out more about this.
Oh, you'd be very welcome.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in, Emma. I think this is a very exciting thing. It's not just for winter, remember. Energy saving is a year-round thing.
Yeah, we're all year round.
Absolutely. And we're going to be doing, as I say, various joint promotions, joint events, because we're very proud of the tie-up with Green Doctors, and we really want our clients to benefit from such a wealth of free expertise and advice. So it is a year-round thing, this. So not just for Christmas, as
we're
they say
excited
with
to be able
dogs.
to work with you.
Great stuff. So thank you again for coming in, and then Mike will give you those essential numbers and email address.
Yeah, so if you would like any more information, please do get in touch. The email address is info@nvision-nw.co.uk, or you can give us a ring 01253 362696. That's 01253 362696. Emma, thank you very much for coming in. It's been great talking to you and listening to the information. Amanda will be brilliant. Amanda will be back next week with some more information and talking podcast.
Absolutely. Look forward to it.
Yep.
See you soon.
See you soon. Bye now.